Maybe. So, good morning, guys, and welcome. I'm not sure who's online and who's going to go online, but we're having just a chat about nature on tails, and nature on tap is normally your essential oils that we use as nature. To me, it's nature on tap because it comes from nature. It's all little plants and flowers and organic, and I've been using it on animals for many years very successfully. So I really enjoy it so much. And I've got a very great friend, good friend that's sitting here with me. Unfortunately, she's on the other side. But while she talks about her horse, we can discuss and you can just listen in. And if there's any questions, unfortunately, my little moderator is not here yet with traffic problem, but we can always sort it out very quickly. So yeah, welcome whoever's going to be on, and I'm going to post this on my YouTube channel so that you can even watch later on as well. It is so great to have everybody, and I'm just going to tell the guys that I'm on and all new to this. So yes, we are doing it. We are going to step out and just do this. So I was talking to my friend Mary, and Mary was talking about her horse giving a lot of problem, and the essential oils are so great using for the emotional side of the horses. And I was going to tell her about an incident that I had, and it was a lady that, so I'm going to, if I don't look at you guys, I'm going to look at Mary just as we chat. But a friend of mine had a horse, and they were traveling, and in the horse box, and this horse got such a fright. He turned and he actually bolted out of the horse box and hung out of the horse box half of his body. And so that was extremely traumatic for him, you can imagine. To stop and now try and get him out and get him back in, it was a great difficulty. So which means, of course, this horse never wanted to be boxed. You could not get him on the box, you could not get him in the horse box or nothing. And I was a great pleasure where she called me and I visited the farm. And we work with trauma oils because trauma is stored in the body, in the cells of the animals, just like we are. And the oils are fantastic to actually work on the limbic system so that you can actually release the emotion while I communicate with the animal. We saw a great release. The animal actually you could actually, how we went like that and just released all that emotion while I was communicating with him. And the owner actually came that weekend. That was about 2 days later. The owner came and he boxed beautifully. Oh, wow. It was so great, and it's that was my first one that I can really remember. That's a testimony of how great the oils work with emotions with the animals. Hello. And here's my very big friend, great friend, Christina, and we're live. Christina,
hi.
Yes. And that is Mary, Christina.
Hello, Mary. Nice to meet you.
Welcome, Christina. We are so glad you made it. We are so glad you made it.
I am so glad I made it.
Yes, because we had friends on, but then they went off because it clicked off. So I said, well, let me go on live and just go on. So yes, can I get you a nice scone and coffee, Christina?
I would love that.
Yes, so another one. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Mary, give me your scone. I want to just show how beautiful this looks. The guys, this is what you get coming to join us with this beautiful,
it's
freshly made scone with the best flour, everything, and the best coffee. Telling you guys gonna enjoy this.
It's gonna be amazing. So.
Yes. So I was just chatting to Mary about her horse, and I was telling her about testimony about me helping a horse that fell out of a horse box. And the trauma that he found, and then how the oils helped on the limbic system, the emotional release, and 2 days later the owner could actually box the horse.
Wow.
Yeah, how fantastic the oils actually
really,
work with the animals.
I love that. I love the versatility of working with the oils and the products even.
Yes.
Not just oils, we've got all kinds of healthy products and different things that are so versatile. You know, we can use them on our pets, and you know, it's just been a real blessing.
So all the oils we use on ourselves. Christina is also the expert when it comes to people, and I'm the expert when it comes to animals. So we make a great team.
We do.
And Christina, I know I'm going to just throw you in from just traveling for quite a distance and having car problems, but
I tell you what, it's been quite the morning, and I tell you.
did you have your oils to put on, Christina?
I do. I had my calming oil. I had my my Valor. It gave me focus, and so I am ready to just jump right in. So, did you introduce yourself?
Yes, I introduced myself just quickly because I was saying that this is the first time we're going to do this,
Yep.
and we are so happy to be here, but we are just going to step out and do this.
We are.
And we've got a lovely comment to say, awesome seeing you, Christina.
Oh,
I'm so
wonderful.
glad. Yes, Lindy is on.
Hi, Lindy. Yes, so we're just kind of, thumb sucking it as you would call
Yes.
it here. And this is a terminology I discovered here in South Africa, but I love it because it works in so many different ways. And so we're just gonna jump on here every Friday and just invite you to our coffee hour and just discuss all things health and wellness when it comes to you and your pets, and just a myriad of different subjects. And if there is a subject that you would like us to address that maybe that you would like to learn more about, feel free to comment below and or send Lynette.
You can message me on Messenger on your Facebook page. Message me.
We'll put
anytime.
a link. We'll put
Yes.
a link and all that information underneath the description in this video afterwards.
Yes, afterwards, and then I'll put my contact number, my email.
Because we want to serve you. That's
Yes.
what we want to do. We want to make sure that we're giving you relevant information. We're giving you information that benefits you and is useful to you, but also having fun and just really, enjoying
Very much
sharing the experiences that we've had
very much so.
with products and stuff.
So what my heart's desire is to actually be able to help animals emotionally, greatest in the emotional side, because the body keeps a score. So I work with a lot of rescue animals that had very bad backgrounds, and like Mary was saying, that she's got a young horse that's also got a bad history of abuse. So I've told her to please let us talk about it, and I communicate with the animal, and then according to that we use then a suitable essential oil that actually will help and support the whole system of the animal, the whole limbic system. And exactly like I was saying, is exactly what happens with our humans as well when we're going through emotional times, how the oils actually support our systems as well. And I'm sure you can vouch for that.
It does. It does. I actually should probably introduce myself.
Oh yes, sorry, Christina. There's a falling in the door.
I know exactly. I'm like blowing in like the breeze that is outside today. But as you can tell probably from my accent, I am not South African.
Yes.
I am American. But I feel almost like an adopted South African because I have been in South Africa now. My husband and I have been here in Cape Town for the last
Awesome.
20 years. Wow. So we're truly African American, if you want to coin that term.
Awesome.
Or Cape Townian is probably the better word for it. But I have before I found health and wellness, my personal journey with health and wellness is it started when I was born, and I'm not going to give you my entire history, but in a nutshell, I was born with a myriad of issues, and it caused me to have a series of about 3 autoimmune diseases. And so I was going on a journey to actually help heal my body and try to figure out what that looked like, because my quality of life was not there. I've had over 17 operations and procedures over the years.
Sure.
And so I actually sat down one day
maybe
and,
just
and
move
counted
closer
them
to make
because-
sure that they can hear you properly.
Oh yes.
Christina, yes.
So I actually went through and counted my procedures and my operations because I started losing track of all the different things that I had to have done. The first 5 of my operations were when I was first born, just to save my life. So I was actually born dying as a baby. But because of all the different things that was going on in my body and all the different issues, I got a lot of inundated with a lot of antibiotics and a lot of stuff from the medical just to help me survive. And there is a place for medical and for doctors and everything. But for me, it got to the point to where my body was so toxically full of all that stuff that it started not responding anymore. So I had to find a different route. And so I started looking towards holistic wellness. I started looking towards anything from the earth and natural that my body that's what my body was started to respond to. So then when I came across Young Living and the oils from Young Living, I had tried many different brands of oils and natural products, and at first it didn't really make much of a difference. But then, because I didn't know anything about essential oils, the purity of them, how the distillation process works, that it's very important to know the sourcing and where your what you put on your body and around and have in your environment. You need to know where the sourcing is, where that came from.
It's the same with animals as well.
Exactly.
You cannot just put anything on an animal, and animals are like babies. So they're so much more sensitive. So when I work with the animals, I really got to make sure that it's the best quality essential oil.
Yep.
And the brand that I work with gives me such heart's content that I can work on kittens, I can work on small birds, I can work on any small little animal. And it just gives me such a real contentment because I've seen it over the last 3 years. I've seen how it works. So it's exactly with the animals.
Well, and it's very similar to humans, where if you have small babies or
Yes.
if you're pregnant or nursing, there's certain things that you're not supposed to have in your environment. You're
Yeah.
supposed to have on your body. You're not supposed to eat certain things. You're not supposed to have in your home because of the different, you now have a small baby or a child, and there's certain things in their environment that are not good for them. It's the same way it goes for we don't even think about it sometimes with our pets.
Yes,
It-
exactly. And they in our environment all the time, their little bare feet walking on our tile floors. So what are we using on the tiles? Toxins. So that's absorbed by the little paws. So all that takes in consideration not only us, our children, our animals as well.
And it's I don't know. For me, I love everything like pretty and fragrancy and beautiful and
Feminine.
smelling lovely. I
Yes.
love walking into a place that smells amazing.
Yes.
But then when I started to research it and I realized all the different things that we are bringing into our homes every single day,
Yeah.
the candles that are filling our air, that not only we are breathing it, but our animals are breathing it as well. The plug-ins that in the sprays that you use in your house to make things smell nice or to spray down, I heard a statistic early on when I first started learning about this, and it actually said that before we walk out of the house in the morning, the average woman puts on over 80 toxic chemicals on their body.
Wow. Yes.
From your shampoo to your deodorant to your makeup to anything that you are putting on your I'm bringing
Thank you. Come through, yeah. Skolaki, come here.
so my scope came. Yay.
Yes.
Thank you so much.
Pleasure, ma'am.
So
Sorry,
we
just come
were,
and, sorry, Christina.
Yes.
Okay, come and stand here in the center.
this is the
So this is
grater.
our baker. You can bend down. This is our baker, okay? And he's been baking this fresh. Please come and join us. Natasha, Lindy, Courtney, Andre, come and join us and have a nice scone, like Christina would say, a scone.
And a scone, yes. And he
you
also
so
has
much.
an amazing. He also amazingly creates dog treats, right?
Yes, dog treats.
The doggy, by the way.
Yes.
I didn't bring them today.
Car trouble, car trouble.
Yeah, car trouble. I
So
didn't want them.
he
to
makes
be-
lovely doggy treats, and you can contact me and I'll tell you everything. It's all natural, made with liver and rolled oats It's very beautiful, natural snacks.
Wonderful.
And you can contact me, and I'll give you info, and we can organize to actually get it to you or collect it from them here in Melkbosstrand.
Yes.
Okay, great. Let's go on.
Here.
Yes, sorry, Christina.
No, that's fine. So we were talking about our environment and how that affects. I realized how much it was affecting my health, and how much it was affecting the imbalance of my endocrine system, which is
Yes,
basically
very much
everything
so.
in your body that helps your body work properly. And so when you have an imbalance in your body, it can cause anything from rashes to eczema to teenage acne to breathing issues, asthma. It was just a whole host of things, even cancer. So you just really, we don't even think about the things that we kind of blindly do every single day. We're kind of like in this rote memorization, like, you brush your teeth and you do this and then you take a shower. But what are you actually putting on your body? And the same goes with pets as well.
Exactly.
Because what you're bringing into your body, if it's affecting us, I mean, think about how much more our pets are affected.
Yeah, if I think for myself, we with our washing powders, we wash our clothing, and those is toxins. It's all in our body's breathing. Our body is a breathing organ. And we do good, and we wash all our animal blankets and all their bedding and stuff like that in the same toxins, which means it is then toxic to them as well. The animal's fur is like a candle wick. Whatever goes on top, it's actually drawn into the skin and into the bloodstream. So all those toxins are on their bedding as well. And we use a natural product. We've got a fantastic, I use Thieves washing liquid that I know is natural for myself and my animals. And on the oil side as well, a lot of people are scared to apply the oils because how do you get it onto the dog's fur? But the fur, like the wick, the oil is applied to the fur and it takes in everything. So even candles, like Christina was saying, candles you use in the home, all the toxins are absorbed by your animal, and they take those toxins in as well.
They do.
Yeah.
They do. So one of the things, our purpose for doing these Friday morning coffee chats is for us to give you the education and take it one step at a time, because it can be very overwhelming.
Yes, very much.
And so we want to break it down for you, and we want to say, okay, so let's come with us on this journey, okay?
Yes.
And let us take one step at a time, because it can seem like
a big-
like an elephant,
huge-
right? It can seem like a
And
huge
to actually
elephant.
say, yes, I want to switch, I want to ditch
Yep.
the toxins and switch over to natural, healthy, and to get myself and my family healthy. It
Exactly.
takes few steps, and that's why, like Christina is saying, is taking Friday for Friday and actually discuss and say, how are we going to get our bodies into wellness? We serve God, and we know God is saying our temples, our bodies is a temple, and we are responsible for how our bodies are. And a lot of times illnesses are catching us because of our environment, what we eat, what we put in our mouths, what we put on our skins, and we don't realize that. So yes, bite size, we'll take it on Fridays and chat about it.
We are. So we're going to take it subject by subject. We have a few subjects that will be starting out in February. But we're just taking it in bite-sized pieces, because kind of like how you eat an elephant, I guess, the old saying, one bite at a time.
Yes.
And we certainly don't want you to get overwhelmed. I will say that when I first started on this journey, I had no cooking clue.
No, none of us had a
No
cooking clue.
what to
was
do
happening.
with this little bottle of oil,
Yes.
much less any of the other. I had no idea. I had never looked at the back. I was not in the practice of looking on what the ingredients were when I went to the store. Even in our food, like
Yes.
what is in this food that could be the the answer to why we're feeling not quite right, and we might find an allergen that we had no idea that our body was not supposed to be taking in that time. So there's a once you go through the process and you take it step by step, we go through a slow process of it, because because when you're full of toxins like I was, you go through almost a detox period to where you might start feeling a little bit worse before you feel better type of thing. It's kind of like when you're cleaning out a house, right? Or a room in your house. And at first, you first walk in there and you go, okay, I'm going to clean this room out. And then you start pulling all the junk out of all the drawers and the cupboards. And it's starting to look really bad. Like, okay, so it's got to look worse before it gets better, right? Yeah. So your body may go through a detox period. Along with your pets as well. Yes. They probably also, they might seem to, you start something, a regimen or whatever, and they might seem to be getting a little bit, worse. But you have to kind of look and see, is that a detoxing type of thing? Because their body's getting rid of that stuff.
I think a lot of people have contacted me to say that while I'm starting to use the oils, there's a reaction. Mm-hmm. But before we go on, I want to just welcome everybody that is on. And Mark, welcome, and Lindy and Andre, Natasha, Patrice, and Apostle John, all the way from Kenya. Wow, that is so awesome. Maybe we can visit you guys.
We're international already on our first morning.
Maybe we can visit you guys soon. You know what I said about Kenya. It's a place we wanna definitely visit. And yes, so thank you so much for joining. And it's exactly what happens when people start using natural products on the animals, and we start using the essential oils. They'll say to me, oh, there's a rash or there's a problem, but the body is busy detoxing, because now the body's got to actually take all those toxins and actually release them. Everything is taken in through the liver. Welcome, Leighton, so good to see you, brother. Awesome. And so that has to be released through the liver. Yes. And why I started this journey is I had so many of my animals die because of liver problems, and I kept on asking, well, what's the problem? Why is a problem? Why is all my animals I have to euthanize, break my heart, euthanize? There's a liver problem. Then I started studying and seeing what's happening, and I started seeing that the food they eat, the environment, what the medicines, there is definitely space for medicine and what we have to take, but majority of the time we can use it naturally. We can actually use it naturally.
We can.
Yes. And so it was like so taxing on the livers of the animals, and our emotions even is in our livers. So mostly I was working with rescue animals, so the livers were like overworked of the trauma and then toxins on top of that. So I love my vets, I really do. They've helped me through tremendous times. And I am so blessed to have such a beautiful vet that really helps me and assists me. And she gives me the scope to do my natural. And she knows I will do natural. And when I need intervention, I will then go to her, and her heart's so good that she'll open up and we can actually help the animal. But she knows. After operations, I treat wounds and everything with essential oils, and I've seen great healing. Great healing with that.
Well, and when you talk about trauma, one of the for those of you just jumping on, I was sharing a little bit about who I am. I'm an American. My husband and I do missionary work here in Cape Town for the last 20 years. My husband is the principal of a school in Blue Downs area in the Cape Flats, and I actually work with the families of stillborn and terminally ill babies, and because I'm a professional photographer, so I take pictures of them, and I work with them because that ministry is very close to my heart, because of my own history was where I was actually born dying, like I said before, and so it just became a something that became very close to my heart and my purpose. But talk about the trauma, bringing it back to that, is because of all